figure out how to get from here to here believably.
We'll do 3 and go look at it.
Okay.
Want to take 3?
Let's do 3 and look.
Shot 3?
Yeah. Yeah. Might as well have them.
It's been played.
As long as you have plenty of the other.
Yeah, ready.
Sound ready? Roll sound. Roll camera.
Horses and all the king's men could not put us together again.
What is Plastic Opera Company?
That is so hard to answer because there's so many things that Plastic Opera Company is going to be, is, and has been.
Change the channel to number 9. I'm always on the line. And what else can I do? But tell me, there must be something. There must be something. What else can I do? Tell me, there must be something. Must be something. Believe it or not, I don't really have a name. My image is fine without it anyway. Tune me in, turn me out, turn me up or turn me down. I'm always on the line. What else can I do? Tell me, there must be something. There must be something. What else can I do? Tell me, there must be something. There must be something. What else can I do? Tell me, there must be something. There must be something.
I can say for myself is we're innovators and pioneers.
How did Plastic Opera Company become involved in producing a rock video?
I guess it was my first initial idea. It's been in the making for like a long time. I didn't understand what I was going to do with my talent, if that's what you want to call it. But I've been interpreting songs since I was like small, very, very small. And as soon as something came on the radio or anything, I'd always act it out. And I'd envision a story, you know, about the whole song and why the artist would you know, put those lyrics to that music. And I always thought there must be something in the back of his mind. It had to be a personal experience or had something to do with, you know, what happened in his background. And when music video came about, it was like, all right, I've been doing this a long time.
Who else is involved with Plastic Opera Company?
It'd probably be better to answer that question because Casey and I have just been partners for the past 2 years. And she's known these people for about 7 or 8 years. They were with Plastic Opera Company prior to my going in business with her. So you probably can summarize that better than I can.
Basically, we started a group to get out of the 9-to-5 syndrome of, you know, something that was just that you had to do every day. And I thought about putting a band together. I'd been in a band at one time and I'd been a performer myself. And I found out that because I had a job, you know, that was very demanding, and a daughter and a family, I felt like if I could set up my own rehearsal times and set it, you know, and structure it around when I was working, that it might work out better. I could still, you know, have something creative to contribute. And the people involved were just friends of mine that were so interesting. I always try to surround myself with interesting people. And I found 2 of the best makeup artists and hair designers in Dallas that were the most innovative. Tony Hopper and Scott Seaver, and then a friend of mine, Teresa Miller, became one of the actresses, and I didn't know how animated she could be, you know. And we just basically added people from there, and we'd see people on the street and they'd go, God, he has a great look, or she looks gorgeous, wouldn't she be great on stage? And it went from there and just started, you know, a whole realm of people started coming to us, you know, I want to be in you. And it was people that were legitimate theater people were saying they loved what we were doing, you know, because it was so new and it was futuristic. It was not anything but something that was totally creative, you know, out of our minds. We didn't do the traditional Pippin and things like that. It was very modern.
Did your daughter Tiffany automatically become the star of the video?
No, not at all. Sharon can take a lot of credit for that. Actually, her agency called her, but prior to that, I had told her that she could come and try it because it'd be a good experience. There was a lot of pressure involved. There were several girls that were there for the auditions. Miss Texas, which she was gorgeous. She just didn't look like that. She really knew what new wave music, or I really hate to label it, it's music, it's new music, modern rock and roll. And Tiffany, I just sort of disregarded because I didn't want to try to be the person, the backstage mother, more or less. And Sharon hadn't been to the auditions, and she saw the actual video that we took during the auditions and came back, and she was going to be one of the final decision makers. But then she suggested that we consider Tiffany. And in a way, I wanted
had the look we were looking for. She had the youth that was necessary to portray what this particular song was all about. She had the feeling, and she also had the dance training.
Why did you choose to film at Las Colinas Studios?
We checked into the possibilities of an empty warehouse, and most of the warehouses in Dallas are not air-conditioned. It wasn't difficult to get a warehouse a lot less expensive than Las Colinas. It was very expensive to air-condition it. Just for a week, it was like $5,000 or $6,000. And Las Colinas fell within our budget and supplied everything we needed to do a quality video. In fact, I think it was less expensive. When you consider all the help that they gave us, and they gave us a lot of extras out there. We had male, female dressing rooms, so I think that helped to expedite the video filming a lot better because no one was arguing, it wasn't hot, there was plenty of space for everybody, and they just have the correct lighting. Any services that you might need are available. They suggest people who are professional in the areas that we needed, which helped that. And time was real crucial in this particular music video because we had just a few days to do it in because of the Carmine situation. He could only be here a few days, and we needed to get everything done. So the facilities had to be perfect.
How and why did you choose the band Driving School?
Debbie Steed, one of the girls that's been with Plastic Opera Company, not from the very
A long, long
beginning,
time.
but she worked on costuming, actually brought our attention to this band. In particular, she told me quite a while ago to go out and catch their set, and I went out there and caught the last set, and I realized the charisma that was going on there, and they said, you know, their bass player isn't with them, they're using someone that is just temporary, and their bass player's with David Bowie. And I was very impressed, you know, in the first place, but I thought, I'm not impressed superficially. I just thought he must be a great musician, but once you meet Carmine and David and Doug and Gary and Chuck, they're all wonderful people, you know, for inside and out. They look great, and we wanted a band that looked, you know, very nice visually, but they're great people.
Song that had a conceptual
We wanted a song
effect.
that meant something to us. I mean, it was just, you know, a lot of the ideas came from things that happened to me in my lifetime. I wanted to go to New York and be able to, you know, dance on Broadway and be in musicals. And this was a song about a club that they played in called the Ritz in New York City. And they would see the girls get up and dance by themselves and ignore the guys, and they just were by themselves, and they got caught up in the music rather than the whole idea of the singles bar type situation. And I remembered when I first went to New York that I would get up and dance by myself, whether it was a partner or not. Actually, I was performing for the audience, more or less, because there was no places really to perform when I went up there. It just, you know, it was an inspirational song. It's really a nice song that I think that not only the youth, but I think that their parents would accept it. It's a high energy song with a lot of feeling behind it.
We felt very fortunate to have Carmine involved for all the obvious reasons, but that was not a deciding factor. We selected Driving School because of the original band that we saw.
Were you surprised at how smoothly the shooting went?
I don't think I was surprised.
I had worked with these people before. There were a lot of things that came up that we were surprised at that didn't work and that didn't mesh well together. David is an aspiring actor. I mean, he would like to act eventually. He's an incredible musician. I mean, you know, he plays every instrument, you know, and he was so much easier to work with than I thought. I mean, it was like a very spontaneous thing. I didn't get with him ahead of time, and when I was blocking the scenes, he wanted help. He was eager, he was very open. He was just unbelievable to work with. I was, all those guys, you know, were exceptional people. I loved it. You could just feel it. And Carmine was the guy that he wants to hug you. He doesn't shake hands when he meets you. He literally hugs you, and he gets really good vibrations that way. You feel very relaxed that way with him immediately. And I think the same way with David. You know, they want it so much. We wanted it so much. And I think any band that we work with, I think it'll have to be right for both sides. It's not going to be something that we'll have to try so hard that
It'll be
if it
a
doesn't
dual
work.
collaboration
Yes.
of ideas and thoughts.
How did you incorporate everyone else's ideas in the video? I keep my mind open at all times because I'm a firm believer in that two heads are better than one. And I keep my, head open to ideas because I don't know everything. I don't think you can learn if you're not open to other people's ideas. And it's such a spontaneous thing that sometimes things just happen accidentally, or you might hear someone say, why don't you do this? And if you're ready to accept new ideas, I think that's what makes, new things happen. I'm thoroughly convinced that if you stay very, very rigid all your life with all of your ideas, and that you, a lot of times egos get in the way. And that's one thing that I've tried to tear down is not worrying about my ego and getting things done and the right thing for the video or for the show or, you know, more than anything.
If you could do it over again, what would you change?
We would do a little bit more pre-planning, which would help the filming, the actual filming, go a lot more quickly. We had to retake several shots that had we had a definite plan, but then again, that goes against your philosophy of being spontaneous. So maybe we couldn't change
all of the
that.
shots that were more spontaneous and impromptu turned out the best.
That's true.
And when you just let people go and give them an idea and fill their head with what you want and then let them go through it, those were the best shots. Those were the most natural. It came off the best. The ones that were really planned and we thought was going to be a great look, it looked too stiff and it looked like the people were thinking. And the only thing that I would change is I wish we had more time. The thing that we didn't know, being novices, is that we didn't understand certain things that we were supposed to pre-plan that we just didn't get to do.
What's next for Plastic Opera Company?
Feature films.
Feature films eventually, but we've generated a lot of interest with our first music video. I have several people who want to see our demo, and we hope to obtain business from that to continue our company.
There's so many people that have been so giving. I don't think we can fail because of that. I think
we already feel successful.
We really do. I mean, if nothing else goes from here, it's all been
uphill.
It has, really.
shine.